Well, welcome back to your Faith Update. Glad you're able to join in with us this afternoon. I want to draw your attention to 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse number 20. The first phrase of that verse says, "O Timothy, keep that which has been committed to thy trust." And I want to pause right there before we go any further and remind us that as believers, there has been something committed to our trust. That means we have a great responsibility in taking care of that need, or that cause, and moving it forward. We have been given a great responsibility as believers to move forward the cause of Christ. That was what was given to Timothy, and that's also what's been given to us. To progress and to move forward the gospel message, to make known to the world of our sin nature and of Jesus Christ's solution for our sin problem. And so the challenge given to Timothy is, Timothy, keep it. It's a job. You've got to guard it. You've got to work at it. You've got to keep your attention and focus on it. Keep it, the thing that's been entrusted to you. And he says in the next part of this verse, he says, here's some things that'll help you to keep it by avoiding them. And so as we continue reading, the Bible says, avoiding profane and vain babblings, and oppositions of science, falsely so called. You know, we live in a world today that is constantly engaged in debate. Everywhere you turn, there's a conversation about this scientific finding. There's a debate going on about this political stance. And you know what? Paul was instructing Timothy all these years ago, you have a job that you need to keep, and you need to keep your focus on, and you'll keep it best if you avoid engaging in vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. Everybody has their own version of truth today. You look around you and everyone has their numbers and their science and their findings, and honestly, they're not going to be swayed one way or the other. You look around you today and everybody has their political opinion and their stance on society. And you know what? You can engage in conversation with them, but just like I'm sure you found that it winds up being vain babblings. You find that no one wants their mind swayed and everyone is dead set on living their own truth. When we begin to become consumed with trying to change people's minds about these world issues, it takes our focus, it takes our attention off of what's been entrusted to us. O Timothy, keep that which has been committed to thy trust. O Christian, member of Community Baptist Temple, I want to challenge you today to keep that which has been committed to thy trust. Don't engage in social media on these vain babbling debates. Don't comment on these posts that are just going to cause bickering back and forth and has you constantly checking to see what people are saying. They're not furthering the cause of Christ. Do the thing that furthers the cause of Christ. I'm not saying be silent. I'm saying speak up and stand up, but only when it furthers the cause of Christ. O Timothy, keep that which has been committed to thy trust. Don't let yourself be distracted. Avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. I trust this is an encouragement to you. I trust it's a challenge to you. I know it was to me. And I trust that the Lord will bless the hearing of His word. I hope you have a great day. God bless you.